Welcome back to another Mind the Mic. I said another mother. Welcome back to another Mind the Mic podcast. Here with a U.B.U
Yes,
session. Hold up, let me fucking brand this thing. I forgot about that too. Let's go up the brand. There we go. Boom. There we go. Welcome back to another Mind the Mic podcast. I'm your host Shubz. Here with my also U.B.U. Got the flow that, do that, go that, roll that. Let's go. What's good, mouse?
Nah, fuck all, my bro. No, just another week, you know, on the hustle, on the grind, you know.
On the hustle, on the grind. Got a lot on my mind.
Oh.
Hey. Yeah,
that's right.
That's the way.
I've been got a lot on my mind.
Yeah. Bro, I'm just fucking straight up. I'm just putting moisturizer on my ashy ass fuck elbows, bro, because people wouldn't believe it, but I'm actually African. Bro, my shit gets black and ashy, G, straight up.
You didn't actually know the brother's dad was actually Larry.
Bro, straight up though, G, I'm ashy as even the rocks, brother. The rocks is black out. It's like pango. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 1 inch per pango, but just straight black, brother. Yeah. The brother's got. If I go in the sun, because I'll just be sitting in front of the computer all day, don't get much sun on the dome. When I get in the sun, I get too chungo or turn into Africa. Mama Africa. Yeah, what's been happening in the world of liquor anyway? Can I look for your window, million?
Can I look for your window? Is that African? Not that African. No, not that African. Traded him off for Raul.
Yeah. Oh, Raul. Raul. Oh, Raul. Raul. Daddy. Oh, daddy. Yeah, daddy. That's good.
If you're out there, Raul, who can still get you in contact with Kapai Mutu.
Yeah. That's still at Kapai Mutu. Still at Kapai Mutu, baby. Oi. Do you reckon the brother low key might have just tapped a bit of Enoch back in the day, or what? Like, the bro didn't mind talking about the rocks being big, you know what I mean? And like sassing it up. Oh, Kapai Mutu. I wonder.
Oh, I don't know.
I love the brother slay back a few boys.
I just thought he was a very confident man, you know.
Yeah,
50 odd,
I am too.
50 odd dancing,
one inch confident.
50 odd dancing like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident too, G. 1 inch and all. Let's go, baby. Tiny, baby. Tiny. Tiny. Who got a tiny? Who got a tiny? What's happening in the world also? Have you seen any like news in the world that's going on? Fuck, I don't know. I thought maybe you might have heard a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Oh, steps back into the world, eh? Oh, nah. There's like, you know how there's like the whole Palestine and Gaza shit going on, and they're pretty horrific over there. That's pretty bad at the moment. But that, you know, that's always been bad since like the end of World War II. So, like, you know,
but it's even worse now. It's even worse.
Bro, like actual, like it's like horrific. It's like it's pretty bad now. Like, and what they're just doing, you know, just allowing this sort of shit to happen. All the people speaking up, and no one's, you know, in power is actually doing anything. You know, so it's like, bro, it's pretty fucked up. But, you know,
what do you think about all that?
About this going on.
How do we change the world? Do we change? Can you and I change the world? Like me picking my nose, you stoned. Can we change the world?
Hopefully. Maybe we can spark the mind of someone, eh?
Yes, we might not change the world, but we will spark the mind of someone that will change the world. That's
if I don't spark your mind, I'll use the spark to spark my bong, and it's okay.
Have you really used the sparkler?
Made the sparkler bombs.
Sparkler bombs.
Do you remember doing that sort of stuff as a kid?
Oh, fucking oath. Like shooting fireworks and shit? Yeah. Okay, my eye don't want to my left eye, or my right eye, or my third eye.
Is that what you fuck up back to, bro?
Yeah, I fuck up back to my left eye, my right eye, my third eye. Yeah. But yeah. One of the eyes doesn't work properly because of the old firecrackers back in the days. So yeah, I've been about it, but I got the war stories and the scars to prove it. The eye buck doesn't work properly because which one? I won't tell you.
Got the Biggie Smalls keeping an eye on Diddy over there, right?
Yeah, hard. But and you know what I mean? Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the obsolete.
Yeah.
You don't know how, like, even one of the cousins, I smoked him down his leg, brother. He had all the Roman candles in his leg. For context, anybody that's listening or watching that doesn't know what Roman candles are, they're like those little firecrackers, fireworks you hold in your hand, and it has like 10 shots. I shot it down into the cousin, and then like hit down his leg out, and it, like lit his whole leg on fire, bro. And to get skin grafts and all. We like fucking 8, 9 or so. Pretty hectic. Shout out to the cousin Jaden, boss. Yeah, motherfucking husband. And even check the old Godzilla's out in the PVC pipe like a bazooka. 100 shot. Fucking dumb modies, eh? Holy wrecker. It was fucking off, brother. It's fucking stupid. Straight up stupid, but you know what do? You don't have any role models or anything, eh? We just make up our own ideas. So yeah, that was life, my brother. What about you guys? Some stories?
Well, no, I just mean it like, you know, like back then you used to just explore shit like that, eh? And just get into mischief and just like figure shit out. Like the kids nowadays would just, they never get into that sort of stuff. We'll just be like, oh, how do I tutu with that? How do I mess with that? You know, like whole different generation, I reckon.
Whole different, my brother. Whole different.
What do they call it? I reckon. What do they call it? I heard it the other day. They called it alpha gen. Oh, the next gen. This generation is called the
alpha gen.
Not even Generation X or anything like that. Just alpha gen.
Alpha gen.
Staunch. Ooh, the staunch.
Alpha gen. Alpha gen. The alpha gen. Eh? But every gen before fixed it, the alpha gen, cuz like, you know, our gen right now is probably thinking we're artier than these cons. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, probably whatever. But like this, I don't know. What do you think about Andrew Tate? What's your thoughts?
Who?
Andrew Tate.
Bro, I've actually like never come around to listening to him, bro.
Oh, okay. I know a lot of very controversial,
tell me. I know he's like that. Yeah, he's like that, but
I agree with a lot of the things he says, brother. Like, you know, and you know what? I'm not someone that like subscribe to the thought like if you agree with someone's opinion on one thing, you agree with everything. Like, no fucking. That's the dumbest sale. Like, or even the ones where they're like, oh, like where like for example, there's a guy named Michael Jennings who plays his 300th game in the NRL this week, and apparently there's a cloud over like whether he was like played up or something, you know, a bit of a tattoo, and like people are like, oh, you're stupid, but like, how do we even know that's fucking true, bro? You know how many like chicks be out there trying to get their money too. You know what I mean? Like that don't mean we shouldn't believe them either. Like, but you know,
you up.
Bro, you know that Jared Haynes stuff. Gee, the Jared Haynes was like their whole shit was weird because when it happened in that, like I know a few people closer to the situation and had been around, but and like they were just like, bro, like not true. But then it comes out, brother, like. They get a retrial or something like that. I'm paraphrasing the whole situation, but just from my memory, so what happens is when they get a retrial, they get a new judge or something, brother, and the new judge is a chick, and then it happens at the same time as their Britney chick comes out about all the politicians like playing with all the aunties and Canberra. So it was like, I reckon it was just PR-wise, it was bad timing for the cousin, eh? Like, you know, like ratchet timing for the, like if it wasn't true, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But if it was true, rotten hell, you bastard. But yeah. yeah. I just think, people just take one opinion and they're like, oh, you fucking agree with it, that's and that. Oh, I don't even know all of the bros' opinions. I just know some of the shit I heard. I think, yeah, that's real talk. Yeah, I think, yeah.
That's like following the cult. It's like following the cult, you know, like taking their one or taking, like, you know what I mean, like you go like, oh, I believe in that one person, so everything else that they do is like correct. No, hold on a second. Hey,
Oi, that's like
I
you
can
know, the
agree
old
with some
Destiny
things, and
story.
I'm allowed to not agree with some other things. Like that's being human.
Yeah,
You know,
but that's like
too many
that's
people
like the
get
old
angry
Destiny
about it.
churches.
Like, oh, yeah, but they get angry about it. You know what I mean? Like they get angry about them not agreeing with them, or be like, why do you not think like me, out, bro? Because they're different. Actually, like.
Yeah, and that's all good.
They're allowed to agree with you with that, and now they're allowed to be different on other things. Why not?
Yeah, and that's all good
People
too.
get upset.
That's allowed, and that's allowed. Hey, another thing I think too, is people forget that like when it comes to all of that, but like we can change our opinion, but it doesn't matter about fucking like even me, bro. Like I fucking change my opinion on shit when I got new information. You should be able to, like, you know what I mean? Like when you had half of the fucking information. No, like if you come to me, and then you say fuck, you know, my missus said this and this happened, and we go, oh well, let's go to wall, let's go fucking sort it out, eh? And then we get there, and then later on found out, oh well, actually, what happened was, you know what I mean? But we go do the mahi, like we can go, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just using an example because I'm not saying this fucking happened, guys out there.
Do the mahi,
no,
get
no,
the
no,
beats.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, and if we find out, oh no, that wasn't actually it, but like then we can change our opinion in that time, eh? But once we know the new information.
That's the difference between knowing something and believing in something else. That's what I heard like a while ago. Like, you know, like if you believe in something and you don't know it, so you
Cults
to
there,
believe something, you can't know it's true.
Cults, brother.
Then you have to cope. Oh, cope.
Yeah. No,
No,
you say cult like cult. Oh, I thought you're talking about cults before, and I think about that a lot, about cults and how, what's a like example, you said cults earlier, and I was thinking about even Destiny's Church, for example, right? Some will call it a cult, some will say it's not, some say it's religion, whatever. You know what's crazy about it is the methods that like Tamaki uses in that, like it's just what all of those other mega churches use around the world. Hillsong, it's the same vibes. You know what I mean? Like, but because and I could be wrong, but I could be wrong. But yeah, it might be extreme. But there's other churches that have the same beliefs and follow the same shit as Destiny, but they're not Maori. They're not brown, cuz like in New Zealand itself. You know what I mean? They say they don't get the headlines like the first. Like I don't know. Like I don't really agree with that, a lot of the stuff anyway. That's just not my take. But I just feel like a lot of the media attention was also because he was brown. Do you reckon? Or do you reckon? Like because there's heaps of other churches that do the same shit. They believe the same, bruv. You know what I mean? They're just not outspoken about it, or they're not put on the media.
What are we talking about with them though? Like, are you talking about how they were flying some flags doing haka for a different country?
Oh no, even before that, before that, no. I see the old flags. Yeah. I see some brothers wearing like gloves flying the flags too. Like holy rega.
They got the Tera flag up there sitting next to Israel.
Yeah, brother. No, I'm talking about like just the way like they go on about like tithe and all of that stuff, which like I don't agree with either. But like those other churches do it too. Like, you know, why is Destiny? I'm talking about things before all of this, like COVID stuff happened in Israel. Like before this stuff wasn't, but like years ago when we were growing up, the stuff that they used to moan about Destiny about, all those other churches were doing it too. You know what I mean? Like, but they were in brown, cuz. You know what I mean? Like they were in brown. That's how I think, but I think like there's only the brown one that was like, oh, he's ripping off people, so they all are. What do you mean, cunt?
There's a Harry Christian, a bloody camp up there doing the same thing.
Yeah, but even just saying in the same denomination, brother, there's other, you know, from the same cut from the same cloth that are Pākehā churches that are fucking raking it in. Then no, like I seen an article about this dude from Christchurch, and he owned he's the head of like Brian Tamaki of all these other churches. and about how like he's got a Maori wife, but he was very vocal on like Maori not having extra rights or whatever, like not having all these treaty rights, blah 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 blah. And I seen someone share, but like his missus is Maori, this and that, blah blah. I mean, that doesn't mean she agrees with anything, but I just thought like, oh, we was like the bros had his, and then I'm learning like the bro had his congregation for like 20, 30 years. I'm like, he's had at the same time as Brian Tamaki, but I never heard. And then you look into them, and then like, you know me, I do my research, cuz I look into them and then I go, yeah, they do the same shit. Why hasn't he been on the TV for 30 years ripping off the people? Like literally. Like I'm not excusing Tamaki or anything at all. I'm just talking about the double standard and the bias. I believe that I see through my eyes and being a fucking just thinking like, what wasn't the bro? He's doing the same shit. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, guys? Like,
yeah.
Same fellas. He's the son of fellas, probably richer than him.
Put the brown fella out. Put the brown fella out there. Just make more of a charade there.
Yeah. And it's funny because we talk about narratives, and that's narrative driven, right? Like even anything in today, like whatever you were told. We talked about the other day about Read All About a Boy, which you've spoken on a lot of times. I just think it's interesting, brother, to see, you know, and like you like name the headline, fucking, you know, husband kills suspected of murder, compared to like headlines of, you know, black man kills 5 people. You know what I mean? Like those ones. It's just, well, this leaves the examples. Yeah. But like at the same time, I love my Pākehā brothers and sisters, because I'm one too. I got a little bit in there. What am I gonna do? Cut my leg off? Like, you know, a little bit of that in me. Hey, we all one, we all humans, but it's like finding that.
I'm straight African, bro. Like, you see this complexion.
Oh, you the albino.
yeah, I'm Hutu.
Oh, you're Hutu. Yeah. Wait, when you were scratching, I thought you were Kutu. Oh my! Wait, what's you doing with your hands? Tutu. Yeah, that's it. No, but that's it, brother. At the end of the day, brother, let's come back to whānau, come back to humanity, and fuck the mainstream media. Oh, actually, there might be some good people out there, but yeah, if you're pushing agendas that like are just straight up bullshit, and you can actually go and research that, or they're just double standing shit, like you're singling one person for doing something when there's other motherfuckers doing the same thing, like shut the fuck up. Yeah, shut the fuck up, mouse.
But then how many people get hooked into it though? How many people get hooked into the whole bunch of shit that they get taught?
Everyone.
Like, fuck, man, like it's crazy, eh? I sit back, like, look all the time now, like, what the fuck? Like, so many people just blind sit there, consume, like, pay for all this random shit they don't need, bro, and this whole life that just doesn't exist. You're like, but you could feed like half the people down the street, you know. You guys have all got the money to do like good things, but no.
What do you think about that? Like, you know, the rich get rich, poor get poorer. Like, do you think that we ever live in a world where everyone would have good kai? Like, or nah?
Yeah, you fucking knows.
Not the ability, because the ability is there for them all to have a kai. But do you think we can live in a world where everyone has a kai? Has food and water?
I don't know.
Obviously, we want to do some shit like that. It is pretty big, eh? I guess you have to take over. Like, you have to take over with that intent, eh? Like, you have to
there's certain families that have been greedy as a motherfucker for like how many years, bro? Like 16.
Can you name a couple?
1500s.
Yeah, got a couple in mind, or
do I want that? Would that get a strike?
Oh, we'll see. Learning every day. We'll see also.
Yeah, like you know, like your Rothschild families and all that sort of shit, bro. Like,
oh yeah. Yeah, the Rothschilds.
Like you better speak more on that sort of shit, but the whole.
What? Oh, you think I'm a Rothschild? No.
You sure you're not a 33?
Wait, I'm 33
Yeah.
this year.
Are you? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, actual. Actuals. I'm 33 this year. So I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, these Rothschilds, fucking even just like in any of those royal families that like had like perpetrated all over around the world, brother, that still exist today. Like it's crazy, right? If you think about it, all especially in the middle of all this wokeness and like let's get rid of fucking statues that hurt our pride and bro, like how you still got
Yeah.
like a Buckingham Palace still standing there if you're that woke, you know what I mean? Like it's like you're not really that woke, you know what I mean? Like how's that shit not on fire? And I'm not calling for it to be on fire, or maybe I am. Hypothetically. You know what I mean? It's like
I wouldn't be calling nobody.
nah. Just do it yourself, eh?
Oh, yeah, I just get my marshmallows out, bro. Watch that shit.
Yeah, get my marshmallows. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, is like you know how like there's a lot of woke people that like pull down these little statues of like Captain Cook or whatever. Where's that energy when you just pull up to fucking when you pull up to fucking Buckingham Palace or whatever, like that fucking place, brother, has perpetrated so much doom on indigenous cultures around the world, and like the people that lived in that place,
All over the world, eh? Like,
all over the fucking
all
world.
over the fucking world.
Like if you took in real stuff, it's like because he tricks when he went there and he said like, and he's yelling out, "Get my land back!" and that like it's funny, but it's true. Like not even to give the land back, just the fact that like all of them crowns on your fucking head came from somewhere, like you know what I mean, like, and that goes back to what you said, brother, how we talked about cobalt and all of that, like how we talked about cobalt and that, but all of that stuff we can't fucking, you know what I mean? It's hard because what do you care about? You know what I mean? We care about humanity, but we can't change it. We're like, you know, and that's another thing too I want to talk about. People telling you what you should care about. You know what I mean? Like, or what you should broadcast. You know what I mean? Or you have a platform because we've got a little platform now. We're building one. We've had one before,
100%.
like you know, TikTok and that. People like you know, I'll get messages like, "Why don't you share this? Why don't you share that? Like, why don't you shut up?" You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, though? Like actual though, brother. Like, why don't you share this? Fucking, why don't you shut up, bro? Like, I'll share whatever the fuck I want to, and then maybe,
I'll share this opinion with you.
yeah,
Fuck up.
yeah. What about that? But what about like what about the fact that like I also think that showing people like doom and gloom every day also just keeps people trapped mentally as well, or keeps people down as well. Like, yeah, sure, there's fucking like let's for example the Palestine Israel conflict. That's one fucking shit. That's one thing. There's whatever said what like that's fucking sad, brother. You know, that's sad. That's one thing that's sad as fuck. But then take yourself outside of there. Like, what about Yemen? There's things like Yemen that you know. How do we how do we fucking look at Yemen and be like that's all good? Or you can talk about the cobalt itself and the mining of cobalt. But then there's even sweatshops that create these fucking iPhones that you're talking on right now. These microphones that all that shit that gets put into them. But what are we gonna do? Post about it all day, boss, and then like not live life? Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I don't know. That's me anyway. It was like when people are like, post about this, like, bro, that's not the only conflict in the fucking world. Like, it's unfortunate. There's heaps out. You know, West Papua. You just don't care about that, eh? Hey, what about that? What about West Papua and the indigenous
comes back to that Buckingham Palace, eh?
By actual, like Buckingham Palace and then all the European powers that win it.
Like,
yeah, exactly, brother. Always.
How many people that are religious know that there's like a couple of popes? Hey, you know, you don't have one without the other. Do they know there's a white and a black pope?
And a grey one.
Yeah, and a grey one. Yeah, shit. Did you know that?
Yeah, the mom was white and the dad was black.
And it came out like this.
No, yeah, exactly, brother. And that's a big one too, brother. Is like even when people like say to me like I'm Catholic, and then like that's okay, you be Catholic, like go hard, cuz. But I'll drop the line sometimes. I'm like, oh, that's the pedo one, even though they see pedos and all, like, you know, they'll be like, what the fuck, like, oh, just like the stats prove, cuz, that there's been like 80% of priests have been touching kids. They're like, if we can't call it out, cuz, then what? You know what I mean?
Up the way, like, oh, no, it's not you guys with the pedos, and you
no,
guys.
I'm not calling you one. I'm just saying, like, you know,
like
that's commonly known. Like, you know, it's like, fuck, if you talk about a Catholic priest, right behind that comes little boys. You know what I mean? So they make it right either, and it doesn't make you wrong for believing. You believe whatever the fuck you want. It's just a bit dodgy when, like, Mother Teresa's a fucking people smuggler. Oh wait,
oh. Wait, did you see that?
Why was Mother Teresa and fucking Robert Maxwell friends? Anyway, what's the good
idea? That's fucked up, hey. Must be some sort of dealings right there.
Yeah, well, cuz anything that happens in that build, like Vatican things, bruh, is dodgy, cuz.
Well, I was like,
dodgy since dodgy was dodgy.
I was listening because they're even the part of their own, like they're part of like the Vatican's their own sovereign nation, no matter where.
Yes, they are. So they're the smallest nation in the world,
or nothing or anything.
No, not the smallest nation in the world, brother.
Yeah.
But the only place where where ATMs have Latin for language. Like, who the fuck knows Latin? I mean, using those ATMs, what the fuck is this shit?
No English, but now what the fuck?
What the fuck? No English, no Latin. I know that's how we got English in there, but still, fucking those big that shit out. I just want to get $100 out. Or euros, whatever the fuck. But yeah, you're right. It is its own sovereign nation. All of that kind of stuff.
That buzzed me out. That buzzed me out. That buzzed me out when I was like, hey, they got like their own government, like they got their own government sort of thing and everything going on. Like it's
Well, yeah, that's crazy
like, kind of like a cult or a secret society, really, doesn't it?
What is a cult, brother?
Exactly, I don't know. That seems like it.
Here, let me look at it.
You know what? In every movie you watch that comes out on the mainstream like movies and stuff like that, they're always like the bad guys and like the vampire movies and all that. They all look like the Vatican. It's crazy.
or the Ku Klux Klan dude too.
Bro, talking about the Ku Klux Klan. All right, we're cruising. Just went out for dinner before we come over here. I cruised past the circus. I was like, oh shit, there's a circus going on there. And bro, you know how they got the big pillars and the pins that go right up the top of the circus, you know? Yeah, and they had like white hoods and like these little eyes, bro. And as I was coming around, and it honestly looked like there was like these white hoods, bro, and these 4 big KKK members. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, true. The Grand Wizards and shit.
I reckon that was crazy.
Okay.
I was like, whoa.
Are you ready? Oh yeah, fucking no, KKK circus. Okay, ready? Cult, a system of religious veneration. Let me define veneration. The meaning of veneration is respect or awe, or inspired by the dignity, wisdom, dedication, talent of a person. So, remember this, okay? A system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object. So literally, anything that you believe in could be considered a cult. So the Catholic Church is a cult, like by that definition, because it's anything that anyone like fucking like puts on a pedestal. He was a fucking cult. Like the only difference I think between a cult, and this is my opinion, between a cult and a religion, is the fucking person that they worship is dead in a religion, and the one in the cult is still alive. Like that's the one way. Like when they go like fucking, this guy is a cult. It's like because he's alive. Like and then when he dies, like does it become a religion? Because like actual though, dude's like okay, let's go about it. Like the brothers, all the different brothers and Moseses and the Jesuses, fucking Hare Krishnas, they all dead. You know what I mean, brother? It's a religion.
The Buddhists, everybody.
Yeah, they all did. But then the other ones, like the cult. Now that's a wait. Now you know what this one gets me, brother, because they call it mythology. That's Pākehā. That's the colonizer, telling us that our beliefs are myths, are fucking mythology, and that. Jesus, that's what's real. You know, like the language, because mythology, Maori mythology. What the fuck? Like, don't get me wrong. And I said I had this conversation to the sister, the Yoda. Oh, actually, we should connect you. We should do an episode and bring Yoda on, actually, bro, because she's into the hippie, chippy, trippy, trippy, lippy stuff that you're into. It'll be good. It'll be good, and I'll just be fly on the wall. Yeah, the Yoda thug. Anyway, Yoda thug. She's dropping a book this week. It's called From Dealer to Healer. She had 47. I think indictments on her, and she beat them, and or wasn't beat them, but she able to get off. But yeah, it's from dealer to healer. So she's a midi practitioner. Yeah, from dealer to healer. Yeah. That's it, brother. And she's her book drops next week. But she talked about. She like I just asked her heaps of questions, but she's a midi practitioner. She's into all the kind of healings, heaps of stuff you're on too, brother. I was like, actually, my mother would be good for. This would be good to link up, and I have a call it all. Yeah, we'll bring her on. I'll get her to jump on. Maybe I'll try to get her on for Monday. Ask her. Yeah, she's in the tambourine where the mountain is too, so it's not too far, cuz. Yeah. Might get a bit of a healer to the dealer for a killer. Yeah, tequila. Yeah. Anyway,
up here.
Yeah, she climbed up the mountain. Yeah.
Oh, yep. Okay. That was the OG leg.
Yeah, that was the OG leg, brother. I must be into. I don't know which end it was, but I said to her, like, I was talking about Maori and like we talk about mythology, and I was like, do I believe Tane actually fucking pardoned, his parents? No. Do I really believe Maui stopped the sun with a fucking net? No. Like, but that's what they try to take away from us. So I'd rather give aroha to that than like some fucking hoodoo fella, their fucking blonde hair, blue eyes in the desert and fucking, in the middle of the east.
Because that story's at home, bro. You're telling me about some fella running around in the fucking desert overseas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause oh my god, worship the come here.
What the fuck is this guy? I don't even know. I haven't even seen a camel.
Thank you so much for watching this full episode of Mind the Mic. It takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to create these episodes. So to know that you've watched and listened to the entire thing means the world to myself and all our hosts. If you could, before you leave, please hit the subscribe button and share this episode out to as many people as possible. It would help us so much. Thank you again to everybody that's still here, still watching. Thank you for all your comments, all your shares, all the DMs. Appreciate you all. Make sure you follow us on every platform. Have an awesome morning. Have an awesome night, depending on where you are in the world. Mind the mic out.
Oi, have you hit the link in bio yet?
Watch full episodes on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all streaming platforms.